Oh, here, wait. I'll do it with mine and I'll text you.
AJ's the other number on that text.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
13 years old? Yeah, we love it. Yeah. And there's no cover in that gray hair. I know, right?
You have many applications that you can.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah, and the fake Louis Vuitton bag. Thank you. I know, right?
All right, I'm going to just use that picture. So you don't have to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, just use that.
What's the
Chris Paul. Yeah. What's up, man?
Fans, that's the end of the first half. Your score, Culture by Moali FC 0, West Ham United 0. Fans, as a reminder, TST will be using target score time at the conclusion of today's game. At the end of the second half, a target score will be set by adding 1 to the leading team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins. The Greater Raleigh Sports Alliance welcomes all the teams and fans in attendance for this historic event. Check out visitraleigh.com for all the info you'll need to enjoy your time in Cary. Renegade GK is thrilled to be a part of TST because, like us, this tournament is exciting and different. Come check us out and take advantage of the special 20% TST discount off all Renegade GK clubs. Fans, be sure to check out the soccer.com merchandise tent. It's located near the event entrance. There you can purchase all official TST and team apparel. That's the soccer.com merchandise tent located near the event entrance. North Carolina FC Youth is proud to have current and former coaches, players, and staff participating in TST. Visit ncfcyouth.com to learn more about soccer programs for kids of all ages and abilities.
We are currently in a scoreless tie inside the stadium. 0-0 at the half between Culture by Moali FC and West Ham. Culture by Moali hampering West Ham with shots in the first half. 9 shots to 1 in favor of Culture by Moali FC. Neither team is scratched, however, as again we are in a scoreless tie inside the stadium.
I think he left. I'll
catch up later. See you.
It's a gorgeous day in Cary, North Carolina. The soccer tournament, this inaugural 7-on-7 battle for seven figures, $1 million on the line, continues. Third round, Group C coverage. Hapoel Tel Aviv and Sport League Canada to wrap up their group stage play. Neil Sika with you this morning. We're here to have some fun. Here's a look at the standings in Group C with the top two teams advancing. 8 groups, 32 teams. The format, like you're familiar with the World Cup. Hapoel Tel Aviv's been very impressive. These young academy players are in the driver's seat with 2 victories, including very convincing one over Virginia Dream. But Sport League Canada, association based out of Toronto, a lot of 5-on-5 indoor games, and many of the players from League One Ontario also in position to advance. So essentially playing for the top of the group. Club Necaxa still mathematically alive, but they need to make up a massive difference on the goal differential. And Virginia Dream eliminated. Just saw a thriller on Field 4 in Group B. Wolves getting their first win, but the DMV Diplomats able to maneuver through on goal differential. Miroslav Stoke scoring a crucial one to put them into that second spot. Blade and Grass took the group. But Hapoel Tel Aviv has been one of the young, impressive teams of the entire field. And they took down Necaxa yesterday, 3-1. Many of their players have seen some first-team minutes, but mostly out of the U19s, where they have cut their teeth. The 13-time champions in Israel. They've won 6 state cups. And they have brought a lot of passion and intensity to 2 of their matches. Liad Ramat was the man yesterday. Had 2 goals in that victory over Necaxa. And also one that helped them best Virginia Dream. Tal Archel providing a hat trick, but this young man has also played for the Israel U19s, Youth International. He was dealing with a knee injury coming into the competition. That has not held him back. SLC, this group from outside of Toronto, a lot of players that have kept the dream alive through League One Ontario. It's the 3rd division of Canadian soccer and Canadian colleges and youth sports. But mentioning that 5-a-side indoor futsal-like competition, that's Sport League Canada, led by Lorenzo Redwood. Sammy Sebaduka is one of their stars. Uganda U20 national team. He'll come off the bench today, but he has been flying through the first 2 matches. SLC has won comfortably. Their goal differential +3, and both teams pretty secure. And moving on to the knockout stages, which will be later this evening on Peacock. So we are getting set for kickoff. Reminder of the tournament rules, very unique, first of its kind. 7-on-7, 20-minute halves. Substitutions will occur on the fly. There's no offside, there's no throw-ins. Target score time has been fascinating so far through the group stage. That is when the leading team score, you go to +1. Player removed every 5 minutes, that time kept on the field. Adding another element. If you followed the TBT, the basketball tournament, the Elam ending, and that target score, it has been how many clubs have deemed eye-opening. Just getting used to a format like this. But they have enjoyed it thoroughly. And the last of action here in Group C. Hapoel Tel Aviv and SLC who will finish 3-0 and set themselves up to take on the second place team, Group D. That will follow later on. The group stage matches finishing off here today, early in the morning and afternoon. Douglas Silva, the 39-year-old, 11 teams, but 78 games for Hapoel Tel Aviv, 2009 through 2011. Rory Alkukin. Cross into the attack. Jared Phillips. Driving force through the middle. And the 28-year-old leaves it off for Mihai Hodat. Played at the University of British Columbia. He's currently in Greece. They have been a balanced attack, SLC FC, with their win yesterday. Multiple goals, a different goal scorer in their victory late in the afternoon against Virginia Dream, who's on field 5 running concurrently. Those games and scores will be at the top of your screen. Wild endings in Group A and B. Caxa in the hole with their goal differential. They're underway on field 5. Shamala from SLC gave it away. Here's Alkukin coming through the middle, and there's the man that's making a real name for himself, Liad Ramat. Strike opposed. He's been sensational, and it's 1-0. So 3 minutes in, it didn't take long. He has 3 of the last 4 Tel Aviv goals in the competition. Alkukin made it happen. Their head coach, Asef Gerenstein, has loved the intensity, the emotion in which they've come out to start their games. That's that youthful exuberance on display. Sometimes maybe a little naive. It got that way late in the game against Necaxa, but they rallied around a late goal, which would have made target score time interesting. And Sagi Jenis finished with the game winner. Hodat. His cross will be denied, and we'll have a corner. 20-minute halves. Substitutions are on the fly. Here's Abdallah El Shanti, who went to Ryerson in his college days and then off to Sweden, where he suffered a toe fracture, came back to Ryerson. Didn't know if he necessarily wanted to play in 2021 after being there the previous 4 or 5 years, and buddies encouraged him to continue on with his career in college, and now he loves being back in the thick of things. Also plays in League One Ontario. Sagi Jenis, he had the game winner in target score time on a beautiful goal against Necaxa. Restart play with that indirect free kick. No throw-ins. Ido Sharon is the goalkeeper for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Ramat. Archel, this is the same group that's been getting it done through the first 2 of the group stage. Damian Graham, Canadian futsal champ 5 years ago. Ramat's going to find Space through the middle. Thought he was taken down, but Gogarty, veteran defender, very good one in League One Ontario through the years, makes the play. El Kukin. It's Hapoel Tel Aviv a corner. It's not only their success, but the joy in which they're playing with. And the product is fun to watch. There's no one way about it in putting together a roster. We've seen the headline names, and Hapoel Tel Aviv, a huge club in Israel. But with the long-standing vets, Doug Silva, there he is, the lone guy with the heavy minutes on the senior team. It's funny, there's a photo of him with 4-year-old Tal Archel on Tal Archel's Facebook page. He had a hat trick in their first game of the group stage, and now they're playing together. Archel literally cutting his teeth in the academy.
Scores the lone goal for West Ham. Again, they are tied at 1 inside the stadium. And currently in the
Kai Martin's going to settle this. He was once a part of the TFC Academy. It's played over the byline. Adonis Alwar is our referee. Corner for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Silva. There is Archel, mentioning his start in the academy, literally cutting his teeth. At a very early age with the club. Sebaduka, first look at him trying to combine with Raheem Rose. Many of these players on Sport League Canada have played for the Vaughan Azzurri. Very successful League One Ontario team.
If you plan on taking into action inside the
Third division, the basic development league in Canada. Canadian Premier League has come in on the pyramid. You've got Toronto FC, Montreal, and Vancouver in Major League Soccer. Archel hit a rocket.
In Group G, scheduled for approximately 1:30, Team Dempsey takes on the Zawa.
Comfortable hanging in the back and then coming forward.
Sayward FC and Wrexham, followed by Team Dempsey and Zawa.
Liad Ramat, didn't take him long, just 3 minutes in to get the scoring started. Here in this Group C finale. Tel Aviv trying to remain flawless. And if there's not a crooked number, then SLC's in great shape too, sitting in second place at 2-0. Martin. Sami Sebaduka. It's a nice pass on the interior. Mario Kovacevic.
Assisted by Carlton Cole in the 30th minute for West Ham as they lead culture by Mo Ali FC 2-1.
Philip Zendelic, the goalkeeper, starting that play upfield, and there is Kovacevic. He too has gotten his shot in the TFC Academy, played with their reserves. Stayed right in Toronto, going to play college soccer for the Varsity Blues, the nickname of their teams at the school. Best look so far for SLC. Sebaduka, you can see The way he runs, they want to get him into the open field if they can. Ariel Cohen. Hard to miss with that bright Red Devil hair. Red Devils or the Reds. Nickname of the club. These vertical stripes. Very passionate supporters. One of the best fan bases in all of Israel. Tel Aviv Derby. Maccabi. There's no score in the other game in this group. Necaxa and the Virginia Dream basically playing out the string, and unless something really funky happens in this match between the two victors so far. 2-0. Cohen. Here's Ramat. He's got to be feeling that goal is.
And if you haven't been alerted by the smells yet here at WakeMed, we've got several food
wide as the
trucks on site as well.
Carolina Forest, the way he's been playing. 3 goals in his last 4 of the last 4 that Tel Aviv have scored. West Ham United. Culture by Mo Ali FC. That is a 2-2 game in the 33rd minute. And the news last night, the disqualification of Dallas United. The accusation and incident of racism in that match. West Ham United, which had discussed not playing or not participating in their 3rd group stage match, but they confirmed that this morning. So continuing on, Dallas United forfeiting their final match with Far East United. That in Group D. 7 minutes till halftime. Tel Aviv took control early. SLC finding their way a bit. Cohen. Archel. El Kukin. Sagi Jenis. Douglas Silva setting the tempo again.
Virginia Dream leads up Necaxa, Liga MX, midway through the first half. 1-0 in favor of
Lemkin came on for Liad Ramat and is getting a breather.
1-0 lead on SLC FC.
Two more games here on Field 4 that will conclude the group stage part of the competition. Top 2 teams advance, and these 2 sitting pretty in Group C with 2 victories. Sebaduka slides over to him. Sharon. Sebaduka back on it for the Canadians. Sebaduka's parents grew up in Uganda. That's where he falls in line for the youth international status. Also has been with their U17 team. 5 minutes till halftime. He'll take a seat. Rarely Really, if you've watched Hapoel Tel Aviv at all through the first two matches and then here, they are so judicial with the ball. Really in sync with their rhythm and passing. Jenis never made the run. Zendelik. There's Abdullah El Shanti. Draws a crowd of two. Odutz wanted to carve it back to the middle. Instead, he'll send it to safe harbor to Shamale. Daniel Shamale, 30-year-old. He went down to play indoor in the MASL. We've seen so many MASL stars on display here in the soccer tournament. Still with the Milwaukee Wave. It's on the all-rookie team there 5 seasons ago. Day 2 of this very first TST. It has not disappointed the competition. Not just bending wide from Ariel Cohen. He saw a few first-team games with the senior club. His dad was a player. His shot got partially deflected, so it is a corner. He has a first-team mentality about him. A lot of these academy kids do. Train together every day. Amir Ella trying to load that up. The recoil back to the halfway line. Ido Sharon. They have just the one goal, but they've had much of the control here in the first half. Really threatened in the back. There's a swing and a miss by El Shanti. SLC increasing the pressure. Trying to kick it into high gear before Jared Phillips runs that out over the boundary.
West Ham United goal. Goal scored by number 59.
Virginia Dream have taken a 1-0 lead over Necaxa. The other action in Group C on field 5.
Inside the stadium, West Ham.
Shots are 6-4 in this one. Hapoel Tel Aviv.
From Keene, Ohio Forest, West Ham leads culture by Mo.
Here's Jenis. The rebound. Phillips couldn't clear. It's still alive. Cohen can't cash in. It's cleared off the line. Wow is right. Turgeman watching that fly by back in the defensive half, and a credit really began because initially Al Kukin was going in and pulled up before he went into a slide tackle. You can't do that here. But he provided enough resistance to win the ball back and then create those multiple opportunities. Nearly made it 2-0. Gogarty. 30 seconds left in half number 1. There's Phillips. And a shot on goal for SLC, and Sharon falls over like a statue to his left. See West Ham United, they've went up 3-2 on culture by Mo Ali FC. Mo Ali FC leading the group with 2 victories. The first half comes to a halt. It has all been happening so far in the soccer tournament for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Liad Ramat has the goal. Sitting pretty atop Group C and looking to finish it with a plum. It's halftime in Cary, North Carolina. Hapoel Tel Aviv 1, SLC FC 0.
Good one going on field 5 late in the first half. Virginia Dream and Club Necaxa tied at 1 in the 19th minute. Luis Espinoza on the board for Necaxa in the 17th minute. Brandon Williamson with the goal in the 12th minute for Virginia Dream. Approaching halftime, Virginia Dream, Club Necaxa tied at 1 on field number 5. Things tie at the half on field 4, where Hapoel Tel Aviv leads SLC FC by 1-0 the score at the half. International battle here on field 4, Hand of the Israel. Looking at the halftime stats for the matchup taking place on field 5, Virginia Dream, Club Necaxa once again tied at 1. 6 shots per side, 1 on goal each. Both of those resulting in goals. 1 all at the half on field 5. Virginia Dream beat Club Necaxa. Target score time inside the stadium underway. West Ham 3, Culture by Mo Ali FC 2. Target time score is 4. The tension and drama continues to build inside the stadium. That match now tied at 3 between West Ham United and Culture by Mo Ali FC. Claude Diona on the board for Culture by Mo Ali. Tying the match at 3. Target score is 4. Culture by Mo Ali FC undefeated thus far in TST play. West Ham looking for their first official victory. If you're just joining us here at TST on day 2, first of all, welcome. Scores from earlier this morning. In Group A, Kingdom FC defeated Dortmund by a score of 7-1. Also in Group A, Newtown Pride FC 3, Hoosier Army 1. Wolves defeated D&V Diplomats by a score of 5-2 earlier this morning as a Group B affair. Also in Group B, good one between Blade and Glass FC as they defeat Villita FC 2-1 earlier this morning in Group B play. Inside the stadium, the tension still building. Good one going.
Halftime in Cary. Game 3, Group C. Hapoel Tel Aviv, SLC FC. The Israelis, the Canadians, pretty comfortable with their fate going forward, but 1-0 to Tel Aviv on the goal by Vermont. They have outshot SLC 8-5. Sport League Canada able to put together and pepper in some opportunities in the latter part of the first half. 20 more minutes before target score time. Should things end the way they are, Hapoel Tel Aviv takes the group. SLC FC is second. And on the attack to start half number 2, trying to use the hold-up play of Kovacevic.
As Hapoel Tel Aviv leads SLC FC.
Silva. Leo Benbenisti. Silva. Looks like they may have made a substitution. Hapoel Tel Aviv in goal. Sharon and Frank played in game 1. Ramat trying to tuck that away. Looking for the rebound. There it's Philip Sendelic. He was in Bradford's academy for 5 years.
Inside the stadium, target score time effect. Next goal wins 3-all tie between Culture Mo Ali.
Matthew Frank is indeed in goal now for Hapoel Tel Aviv, and Sebaduka hammers it over. There's Matthew Frank.
7v7 to 6-on-6. Inside the stadium, next goal wins Culture by Miller.
There's part American ownership for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Matthew Frank, speaking of Americans, went to Stanford and for 2 years was part of the New York Red Bulls Academy. Amir Ella. Ella gets it back. Good passing on the interior and nearly toe poked home by Ramat, who's just got that knack for popping up into the right spots inside the penalty area. Douglas Silva got grabbed, and Mario Kovacevic says respect. I gotcha.
Very exciting and unique rule set here at TST. Action on full display.
Shamale. There's the 10 shirt for SLC FC. What a great layoff. Right back again to the middle where Benbenisti, love to have that one back. His brother, up and coming player, 16 years old in the academy. going to be a good one. Yuval Cohen. After a Hapoel Tel Aviv foul. Back to SLC FC, down a goal. Going through. They'd sit in second. The intrigue, of course, after all that happened last night. Once again, Dallas United disqualified in their removal to the bottom of the standings. That West Ham United game that did not finish out. Far East United. Victory on forfeit. Turnover here. Ramat denied. Ramat back. Zendek stands stoic. Beyond Ramat, determined to bag his second brace in as many games. Really promising looking 19-year-old, but the whole conversation that spills into Group D is it opens really up the possibility of second place, sponsored by Mo Ali FC. They were in a 3-3 game with West Ham United at last check, but they've officially played fewer games. How to figure out the last bit of who takes second place, because they're officially 0-1. West Far East 1-1.
Target score is 4.
Ali would be the only team to have completed 3 games. So we'll sort that all out for you and know the matchups in C and D, A and B. The groups, they've wrapped it up. Lot to wrap your head around, but enjoying the spirit of this competition. The soccer tournament. Ready. First year and second day of action, wrapping up the group stages. Top 2 teams advance. Caxa and Virginia Dream playing out the string for pride and a victory on field 5.
Inside the stadium,
Caxa in theory would
West Ham and Culture by Mo Ali FC down to 5v5. Target score is 4. Next goal wins. Again, each 5 minutes that passes and target
to finish third. They've got
side will drop a player 5v5 inside the stadium.
Iconic players through their history. Both Hapoel Tel Aviv and Caxa, when they played yesterday, both are celebrating their 100th anniversaries. It's a good pass through for Raheem Rose. Sebaduka, Martin. Frank helping to cover on the post. Rose. Won't let you forget about that. What a shot. Raheem Rose equalizes, and SLC FC right back in the thick of it to try and take the group here in the second half.
We are now tied up on field 4.
6 goals the last time he played in League One Ontario. That was 2 seasons ago with Vaughan, Ontario, but that was unforgettable. Hit with so much conviction. Raheem Rose, the 28-year-old, collegiately played at Ryerson in Canada. And with 12 minutes left in regulation time, all even at 1.
Field 5 from the Caxa and Virginia Dream. That match tied at 1 in the 26th minutes.
Talarchel. Ramat. Yuval Cohen with a clever move. Jared Phillips stands stoic in the middle, at the top of that Sport Leagues Canada defense. was always bending wide. "76 degrees. Another warm day in the soccer triangle outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Here in Cary, this hotbed. Multiple college national championships hosted on both sides. This 21-year-old facility. SLC could not settle that Springs free off a giveaway. Be a corner. Amir Ella, very attack-minded left back on the big fields. Just trying to give his input on that latest sequence. Archel, back to Matthew Frank. He left Stanford 4th best in a career goals against average. Stepping into the goalkeeper role here in the second half for Hapoel Tel Aviv. 10 minutes remaining. We got Ramat's goal in the 3rd minute. And in the 31st, a bomb. What a shot, Archel. Another star that's being born in this competition. Had a hat trick against the Virginia Dream. And a heat seeker here in game 3. But our referee, Adonis Alwar, wants to have a discussion. In the background, you see Asaf Gerenstein. That's Lorenzo Redwood. Not sure what the discussion is about. Of course, we don't have any video review, or couldn't see why the goal would not be given, but it is. Roy Kukin. So 4 minutes after Raheem Rose with a great goal, maybe one up by Tal Archel. And a card has come out after the hefty foul on the Tel Aviv player. There's the young man who has given Hapoel Tel Aviv the lead back. See that wrap on his right hand, which happened in the Necaxa game, so wrapped up today. And running in transition, Matthew Frank makes a big stop to keep it a 2-1 Tel Aviv lead. Jared Phillips. Shamale.
Things heating up on field 5. From Necaxa now ahead of Virginia Dream 2-1.
Zendelic.
Into a strike in the 30th minute by Jorge Zararia.
Kovacevic for SLC. Necaxa and Virginia Dream going back and forth. The other game in this group. Still playing in target score time. West Ham United and Culture by Mo Ali. Started their tournament with 2 wins. It's Phillips.
Things quiet on field 3. The next match scheduled there.
Dougherty.
Set to start at
Shamale.
12 noon. Group B affair.
Kovacevic with the holdup.
And the U.S.
Brute force to turn that into a chance, and Rose, the SLC goal scorer, running off the back of him. He was in a jovial mood before kickoff, but he said, I am so tired. Fatigue could be maybe an issue in the final stages of these final group matches, but
we are now tied up on field 5-2 the score.
There's a lot hanging in the balance. The $1 million prize at stake on Sunday here in the soccer tournament. More wholesale substitutions for each team. 5 minutes remain in the 40. Target score would be 3 should this hold up. But Rose pelling through the red and white. He's on a mission. Couldn't put together the final piece of it. Shamale. Kovacevic. Silva helping to shepherd that out. It's a corner for SLCFC, trying to tie the game up once again. They were down 1-0. Now trailing 2-1. Talarchel. Sebaduka stinging that, and Matthew Frank had a little bit of guidance off a deflection through to punch it out. Trying to run Sebaduka at the goal again. But the pass miss hit. Ramat for Kukin. Philip Sendelic. He was keen to it. 20-year-old goalkeeper. Played just 1 game with the York Lions. York University a year ago. He's got his team in the attack now in a 4-on-3 with Raheem Rose. Back for Sebaduka. Rose going to get called for the foul.
West Ham 4, coached by Mo Ali FC 3.
And he's going to sub off. He careened into Avi Turgeman.
Very good one there. The match winner scored in the
Turgeman, who was
60 minutes of play in that one.
the Israeli U18s, very fast center back. Initially began as a striker, then moved to the midfield, and he's got all 3 faces covered because Asef Gerenstein recruited him, and he's now a defender.
And welcome Wrexham Red Dragons to the field.
3 minutes remain before target score time. Ramat in the 3rd. Rose in the 27th. And the 31st minute pull by Archel. Those latter 2 in the second half. Mazy little run by Sagi Genis. Gets a corner. Hapoel Tel Aviv trying to secure the top of the group here in North Carolina. Last off SLC. Now back in quickly. Tel Aviv on the path to taking it. Sagi Genis, game winner last night against Necaxa. The all-important 3rd here in Game 3, Group C. They can sense it. 2 minutes away from target score time. And the big 2-goal cushion Sebaduka. Oshanti. Ariel Cohen.
On field 5, we're still tied at 2 in the 35th minute.
To guide that away. Hungry for more. El Kukin. Back for Sagi Jenis. Omar Marzouk. On now for SLC. Who have been one of the more impressive teams. Hashtag United's looked the part. Mentioned culture by Mo Ali FC. Played in grass. All in the mix to go 3-0 through the group stages. But this young group of Israelis playing with a lot of pride and passion. They're not happy with that call on Amir Ella. So a little bit of a gleam in the last 10 seconds or so. If SLC can get a free kick, it would move a dent in target score time. We'll probably get some additional action here. Phillips stymied away. Zendelic, Canadian goalkeeper, back to midfield, but that only leads to transition here. And Zendelic has to come up with the step. Then Benisti had picked out the low corner. We're in added time, 1 minute. It was nearly 4. Young academy of this 13-time Israeli Premier League champions. Lots of dreams for these 19-year-olds that they'll be regulars at Bloomfield Stadium down the road, but looking to bloom and prosper to the knockout rounds and perhaps more. Asaf Gerenstein, the sporting director for the academy, has his men on the march. They lead 3-1, heading to target score time here in North Carolina. So they'll need one more in firm command in Group C. Barring something miraculous, SLCFC will take hold of second. But they've shown their grit. They fell behind early. Battled back to tie it. Renzer Redwood has been helping direct that five-a-side league. Sports Leagues Canada, which is the acronym for their team name, SLCFC. And he's liked the mix. If I had a dime so far for every general manager or head coach who had said it's an eye-opener in terms of how the competition has played out. And I say that in a positive tone because of the quickness, the propensity, the way the field opens up, the strategy. It's all fascinating how it's marched about through the first 3 games of the group stage. Here's your target score time rules. It's 3-1 right now, so we're playing to 4. And every 5 minutes without a goal means a player comes off from each team. And that time is kept by Adonis Alwar on the field. It's a 4-day event. The soccer hotbed, and it is hot. The early days of June. The big research triangle, of course, in the area. Duke, North Carolina State. North Carolina all close by. The big three, but home to North Carolina Pride and North Carolina FC, this facility built in 2002. Here on the auxiliary fields, field 4. We play to 4. Hapoel Tel Aviv +8 in the goal differential department. The 3-1 lead here in their third game, and a goal away from going 3-0. We've seen 2-goal comebacks a couple of times so far in target score time. That's really the barometer to give yourself a chance. It's not completely out of reach, but you need, obviously, to score the first, and then things really get interesting because you could get late into having less personnel on the field with the players coming off. If you're the trailer in that situation, Zendelic, Phillips and Rose, Saki Jenis.
Here at TST, they're about to begin target score time. Once again tied at 3.
Brings it along to the middle. Liad Ramat. Back again to Gogarty. Ben Benisti. El Kukin. Caught up in the cobwebs. Too many pegs to work around at the top. It'll sail down. They bring back Sharon for target score time. It's not the first time in the group stages they've rotated keepers either. Douglas Silva. Seven years in Brazil, also played in the Czech Republic. 78 games, but really beloved for his time with the Reds of Hapoel Tel Aviv. That was over a 2-season span. Liad Ramat tried to provide the feint off the first touch, but couldn't turn around. Sebaduka springs forward for SLC. The Canadians. Can they come from behind? You're in target score time.
In target score time, the
Club Necaxa just wrapped it up with the Virginia Dream,
as Necaxa gets it done for Liga MX,
picking up their win 4-3. Virginia Dream finishing 0-3. So the century-old club from Mexico wrapping up their competition with a win. Here's Rose, and over to Phillips. He's going to regret that attempt because it was the opportunity to make things really interesting, make it 3-2. He could not. 28-year-old defender plays ASL. They come right back though, and they do have that second goal. Damian Graham. The Futsal and Indoor Soccer League savant springs a goal. The 30-year-old won the Canadian Futsal Championship in Toronto Ideolo in 2018. He was the MVP with 13 goals in 4 games. Might be the MVP here if they can pull off the flair for the dramatic. He's made it 3-2, playing to 4. Sebaduka. You saw a late goal. It wasn't a target score time. Necaxa scored on Hapoel Tel Aviv before they found their rhythm again. But right now it's The Canadians asking the questions. That turnover, Ben Benisti. That seemed to spark any unforced giveaways, allowing them to get back in possession. Help the young team's confidence. The wisdom and experience of Silva back there to nurture the group in front of him. Ido Sharon, 20-year-old. Here's Ramat, what a ball. It's creeping. Sagi Genis, probably too young to remember Sega Genesis, but that's video game stuff for Hapoel Tel Aviv to take it 4-2. Second straight match on the group stage. He provides the winner, and they take all three in Group C. The celebration with their traveling faithful, and they'll sit atop the standings and get the second place team in Group D later this evening when the round of 16 begins. Well contested from the Canadians. They came close to getting back on even terms, but they'll take second in the group. Could they be facing Culture by Mo Ali FC, the Group D winner? We'll see how the standings play out on the other side. Sagi Genis, number 4, second game winner in a row. These young rising academy stars of Hapoel Tel Aviv take Group C here at the soccer tournament 4-2. That's your final and conclusion of Group C here in Cary, North Carolina.
Tackling, no offside. We play 2 20-minute halves, followed by target score time. At the end of the second half, we set a target score by adding 1 to the winning team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins. During target score time, a player will be removed from each team every 5 minutes.